Hey there, today we're checking out what's in my little black bag. Hey there, this is Tom with Tom's Tech Show, and today we all have, in the IT world, we all have tools. Some of those tools are software, some of those are hardware. I've been playing. I had some stuff to do around the house, so I had to go get a new, tool for working around the house. So this is a Ryobi Airstrike pin nailer, which, you get this thing going, you put a battery in it. Of course, you never want to leave it around the house with the battery in it. It's like a gun, basically, because you've got these big pin nails in here that you can just, I had to tack some baseboard onto the wall and stuff, replacing some baseboard. And man, I'm loving that tool. Just amazing. I love my Ryobi tools. I got so many, and batteries and everything, that I have tools, Ryobi tools from like 15 years ago. More than 15 years ago. Still use the same 18 plus battery. Amazing. Good stuff. But today we're talking about what's in my little black bag. So I just found this black bag, and I thought, well, that'd be a good place to hold something and carry something. So whenever I get a new device that I hook up to my network, it often comes with, let me get this organized here, comes with a cable that allows me to manage that device. So, and many of them are not interchangeable, not reusable, even between the same manufacturer and different devices, they're not the same. I think the Apc Pdu cable is different from the Apc UPS cable. So who knows? But anyway, let's look. I keep these all together. If I order more than one device and I get two management cables, I'll leave one at the location, then I'll put the other one in my little bundle of cables here. So let's look at some of these and why they're kind of important, right? Okay, so the first cable, and the other thing is to label them. So you make sure you get a label maker, put your labels on them, you know what that goes for. This is a Dell switch. So we have some Dell switches, and in order to get back into the console, you need this Dell switch cable. It's a serial cable. So it goes from 9-pin, and then the other end is this RJ45 that they've manipulated to be what they want on the other 9-pin end. So, and that's why it's important to keep these, because Dell may be wiring this up completely different from, say, Cisco. So one cable may not necessarily work on another device. So, right? So here, this one is an Apc Pdu, and right here I have an Apc UPS, but I can already tell they're different. This one has a really thick cable, and this one's really thin. Now these both on the other end, I do believe, are, so this one is another smaller, that's a phone jack style connector. Instead of an RJ45, it's the little phone jack type connector. So, that's different. That's the PDU cable. So then we have the UPS one for the Apc UPS, and it's 9-pin to 9-pin. So, same manufacturer, similar device, completely different cable. Okay, so then I have one of these blue cables. This blue cable is, of course, a Cisco router management cable. It's also a 9-pin the RJ45 connecting to a 9-pin serial connector. So need one of those. And then in this bundle, so wherever I am, in this bundle. Oh wait, there's another cable down here. This cable is, so this is a USB cable here to the old USB kind of mini style, not the micro, but the mini, or not the mini size. So I don't know, it's you got minis, you got micro. This is the mini. The micro is smaller, which is a lot of older recent phones have. So this is a management cable for a Netgear switch. So this would kind of be easy to, well, it's getting harder to find this type of cable, but you know, still you got to keep it with you. And then since you're going to be in basically having a laptop inside maybe a data center or something, I always bring, you know, a Cat5 cable that I can use to jack in somewhere and to be able to connect to the network, because inside a lot of data centers and things, there's often they don't have Wi-Fi, or you're in, if you're trying to, you know, tether onto your phone, there's not much cell signal because you're in all these metal cages. So those are the management things. And there's some other cables here that I've got that, so if you notice, some of those cables have 9-pin serial connectors. How many laptops today have a 9-pin serial connection? That would be none. So unless you've ordered it special, I don't know if it, you know, it's a big tank of a laptop or something. So then you need one of these, which is a USB to serial adapter that has to be with your bundle. So you have to order one of these special. I think they're like $20 on Amazon. But you need one to be with your bundle, because if you don't have that and you're trying to plug into something, not going to work. So make sure and have one of these with your bundle. Okay, so then often I'll add one of these, which is just a double, you know, outlet. So you got your plug and you're going to plug in two devices. It just makes it easy if you've got, you know, like a monitor or something that you have with you and your laptop, to just only use. Often outlets in the data center are sparse, or, you know, you've got all these servers and you may have just one extra outlet that you can spare in order to plug into something. So I'll often have one of these doubling ones. This is heavy duty, so that's good. Now the other problem is you get there and you go to plug in your plug, and what you're looking at doesn't look like a plug. It's some kind of squarish thing. You're like, what in the world? Well, often in data centers they use what's called a C19 plug. These are, I think these are C13s, and so they have a C19. So I will have one of these cables here, which is a C19 connector, which is this weird kind of three-prong thing. Used to be, you know, they're on back of some kinds of old typewriters and stuff, I think, used to have kind of these. But now these are used a lot at data centers, these little C19 plugs, and then a regular plug on the other end. So when I get to the data center, you know, I plug this in, and then I've got a regular plug in order to plug in my laptop and other devices that I have with me, so that I'm good to go. So that's this one is definitely one that can really stick you, because you may be hunting, you know, for a while to get a regular outlet inside, you know, a rack, or it's like way inside, or you know, 3 racks down from where you want to be, but right there's a C19 that you can plug in, and there you go, right? So that's definitely something else to have. So I keep all those together. I keep them bundled together. I keep them in my bag that I have, so I know I can just grab this bag. I know it's there. I can just throw it into, you know, the car that I'm going in, or my suitcase when I'm traveling up to a data center somewhere. And I know when I get there, I'm going to have the cables that I need to plug in to do what I need to do. All right. Whew. Now it's just to mess the cable on the floor, and I'm going to go rearrange it again. But anyway, so make sure you get even small things. If there's some kind of software that you need, you know, to plug into things, make sure before you go, especially with the serial adapter, make sure all that stuff's loaded on your device before you get there. When you're, you know, home, before you get to the data center, make sure you plug that in. Make sure you get the serial adapter working and all that, because like I said, you may have limited internet inside there. Some switches may have the ports limited to where they can go. I mean, a lot of security inside of data centers, so make sure that's done beforehand, and all your other software that you need is loaded on your laptop before you go. Even though you're going to have these cables, you'll need PuTTY and any other kind of specialized management tool right on there. So make sure you do that before you go, and have your bundle of cables with you. All right. Okay, well, thanks for watching this, and if you got any other cables or any other tips about cables and connecting and things, just let everybody else know. All right. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Take care.